in here.
Hanukkah. It's time to celebrate Hanukkah.
Play your
Harmonica. Time to celebrate Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to BeerAmerican.tv. I am Paul Leone with
John Pinkerton.
and our good friend
Chris Liddy
is joining us, who is the a lead brewer at Moon River Brewing Company, which you own and operate, and are the brewmaster.
Brewmaster.
You are the master of your domain. And the reason why we were singing a little bit before we started here was that, you know, we were trying Christmas ales and holiday beers, and to go with the holiday beers, you can't skip Hanukkah. It's a big part of it.
That's right.
So we have the fine folks at Schmaltz. Schmaltz sent me Schmaltz.
Sorry.
Hebrew, the chosen beer, and they sent us their Jewbelation, and it's a Jewbelation 12 actually. And the reason why it's 12, it's their 12th anniversary beer. It has 12 hops, 12 malts, and it's 12% alcohol.
How big
the
it?
whole 12 thing?
Owie.
It's a little beer.
Itsy bitsy.
And I've had this one once before. We went to the Brick Store pub in Atlanta, and I ordered it, and they gave it to me in this little 10-ounce glass, and I'm like, I can't even get a full beer. What's up with that? Trust me, the 10 ounces was plenty.
Yeah,
they knew what they were doing when they served this beer, and I don't mean that in a bad way. This is really a big beer, not a transitional beer as we've talked about
Not
in
a
the
training
past.
wheel beer. Nope.
No.
It says, I just noticed here on the rim of the crown, it says, Chutzpah never tasted so good.
Exactly. And there's a lot of chutzpah in this thing. So,
All right, well-
have you tried it before? Have either one of you guys had it?
I actually had it at the World Beer Festival.
You
And
have? Okay.
Yeah, they had it on draft there, and it's a big boy beer.
It is a big boy beer.
Indeed.
And that's the beauty of some of these beers, is that, you know, they try them all, whether you like the big ones or the little ones. There's a lot of varieties out there, and this is another great example. Ooh, look how dark that is. Of what's available during the holidays. Now I'm interested. I had this like at the end of a very long night,
No, David.
and I enjoyed it. And I've not had it at the beginning of a night before. So, oh my God.
There you go. Drink up, buddy.
David will not be driving home tonight. David will be getting a cab.
riding his bike in his kilt.
I smell big malt. Big malt.
Dude.
So the Jewbelation, what do you get right off the top there? I get big malt.
Yeah, big malt.
Yeah.
I mean, not little, not big malt. Big malt.
Yeah, there's like, it's like cereally. I mean, you get a little bit of that kind of like, dude, it's just, dude, put the funnel down for crying out loud. This is a sipping beer.
I like this better the second time than I did the first time.
That's a good booze.
Yeah.
Now, see,
I get
it didn't
alcohol.
taste too boozy to me just now, but I got a little vanilla for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got that when
Yeah,
we were at,
really?
at the World Beer Festival. I said, do you put this in oak or something? And he said, no, it's just, I mean, I think when you get that much malt in there, you start getting some, naturally, I think you start getting some vanilla characters. And truth be told, yeast can kick off some compounds that can hint at vanilla as well. Some of the things that are very close kin to diacetyl will also be perceived as either honey-like or vanilla.
Okay, really? So they don't have to actually put it in, it just kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is really nice. And the first thing I was thinking of, and we talk, you know, we always like to talk about beer and food. I think that if I had a big ice cream scoop of vanilla ice cream and dropped it in here, it would be really nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that would really be...
You know, but it's
Ice
like
cream,
that
beer,
with cheese and ice cream. I mean, just about everything tastes better with more cheese and more ice cream.
with beer.
But I don't know,
What do you think, Chris? You're...
I haven't even put this in my mouth yet. I'm
haven't?
still kind of like trying to digest the whole.
Well, there's a lot to digest. I mean,
It is a big malty beer, but for something that has 12 hops to it, it's not very hoppy.
No, that was when you said 12 hops, right? You would think it would be a real hoppy beer, really dry, or
Have
get that.
a lot.
No, I'm not getting that at all.
it's-
I think it's extremely well balanced. Although
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a little heavier on the malty side.
Oh yeah.
But it's a really well balanced beer.
It is a very big
I'm a
beer.
big fan of this beer, and I think that I think this has got to be. This has got to be one in my top 5 in 2008.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You like the boozy ones though.
I like the boozy malty ones.
When we came here for
absolutely.
opening night, Paul was just in love with the Avery Kaiser.
Oh,
Good God,
too
that
much
was.
so.
I mean, it's a great beer, but I mean that hurt me bad.
That hurt me bad. Yeah, that hurt me bad. And
You were like,
and
this
check-
is my new favorite beer.
And check out our website. We did our featured brewer Adam Avery in the month of December, and we kind of talk a little bit about that. But yeah, brews really huge beers as well. But the Schmaltz Brewing Company that also brew Hebrew, the chosen beer. This is their 12th anniversary Jewbelation. And I love it. Yeah, absolutely I do. This is one of my top 5, you know. And we all have very different tastes too, by the way. I mean, you know, we had done an episode, you know, where I'm not a big fan of the Brett, you know, yeast, but I haven't grown into it yet. So you're not a big fan of the real malty, sweet beers?
I love a malty beer, but I definitely tend to gravitate towards things with more hops.
Yeah.
Just my natural preference is
sure.
things with more hops, and also things that have that interesting dynamic with the yeast and wild yeast, and et cetera, et cetera. But this is a lovely beer. I mean, this is pretty dynamic, and I want to make the point here as well that beyond just the big malt complexity, I'm also getting a lot of yeast character. There's this sort of doughy.
Doughy's a good word. Yeah, I get
almost
it.
like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Like I know that's probably not a positive descriptor for most people.
Cookie dough.
Well, it's really kind of Play-Doh. I'm getting a Play-Doh
cookie dough from
But and it's not a critical comment. It's just I'm describing what I'm smelling here, and it's distinctive. I mean,
Chris,
it's sort of like a combination of that fruity and also that doughy. And the other thing I was going to mention too, with this much malt character, I'm also getting some. It's almost a saltiness that often comes with a lot of malt. When you have something that's really malt heavy, you can start to get a little bit of a salty character. And not because they're adding salt or anything like that. It's just that there's just so much there that it starts to come through.
So much there, yeah. There's a lot there. This is one of the bigger beers or more complex beers that I can remember having ever. I mean, it's. But to me, I'm a big fan of it. I mean, I think that.
David's already done drinking the entire pint.
Wonderfully well balanced.
David
will be walking home.
You need to slow down there, sir. That's all you need.
We got to save a little bit. We're at the distillery once again, the fine folks, and they've been dying to try this beer too because they've heard a lot about it. So we'll save a little bit for them as well. But real quick before we move on here, I got my since we're talking December, I got my
fabulous
latest
prizes
issue of Beer Advocate for December, and I'm flipping through it, and I noticed this little thing here in the back article.
What is that?
What is that? Career Day. And it's an article with John Pinkerton. So there you go. So your beer advocate for the month of December. You have a nice article in the back, and then mentioned Chris as well in there. And then we did the Christmas party thing too. If you want to show the.
Can you actually see that?
All of us went to the Christmas party.
And we're going to put some of these online.
Yeah,
some of these will be on my Facebook page, hopefully within the next 24 hours or so. There's a lot of good pics from the other night.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of scary up close.
And in this particular photograph, you cannot see the kilts. There are at least 3 kilts in that photograph.
Yeah. So Beer Advocate magazine, a nice article written by you.
And apparently there's a great shot of Chris from the ground up.
Wearing his kilt.
That one of our servers took.
Regimental.
Nice. So there you go. We've got Hebrew Jewbelation 12.
Yeah. Good thing.
We're trying not to go there. So Hebrew Jewbelation 12. A wonderfully big beer, and definitely in my top 5 of 2008.
Wow.
For sure. Top 5, maybe even the top 3.
Wow.
I might even go. It's a marvelous beer for me. It's more of my style, I think.
You're a malt man.
I'm a malt man.
Very
and a boozy man. I like the big booze.
And you like the booze.
I do. And a few years ago in Georgia, this would be illegal. But right now, you can actually get this. So anyway, questions, comments. How do they get a hold of us?
Pink at beeramerica.tv.
And Paul at beeramerica.tv. Sorry, Chris.
Lady at Moon River Brewing.
Lady at
.com.
There you go. So if you want to throw him something. And also you can follow us on Twitter and friend us up on Facebook. We also have a fan page on Facebook as well. And we would love for you to be a fan of beeramerica.tv. And please leave comments. We know we're getting a fair amount of traffic. But leave comments, because we always like to know what you're thinking of the videos and what you like or don't like about them.
Yeah, what can we do better?
Exactly.
Besides getting rid of me entirely.
Yeah, right. Sure, or me. It doesn't matter. So gentlemen, cheers. And happy holidays. For
happy
all of our
Here comes
people who celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah. It's all for you. So
cheers. Enjoy. Boozy.
It's a big one.
It's a big beer.
Yeah,
It's good
a big
though.
boy beer.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Multi.
Big fan.